In the world of startups, funding is vital. The 30 startups that have gone through Startupbootcamp InsurTech's London Accelerator program have received a total of nearly 45 million euros in funding. I'm Kate Smith with AM Best TV. We're at the Insurtech Connect conference in Las Vegas, and joining me now is Sabine VanderLinden, the CEO of Startupbootcamp InsurTech. Sabine, how is InsurTech of today different than InsurTech of the past?
So, Kate, when you actually look at today's InsurTech startups, I would say they are more mature, because when we started in 2015, it was just a few startups which came to market. So in doing that year, we talked to over 1,500 startups. When you look at last year, even this year, we talked to 4,600 last year. And my team here, and just here in the US, talked to over 3,300 startups. So what you find, volume, more startups. And then when you look at the type of things they are doing, when we started in 2015, it was all about retail, developing product and services for the travel, home, car insurance market, improving that customer engagement. Probably 60% of the startups we actually sourced during that year were customer engagement startups. Today, the startups are going down the value chain, moving to more complex areas of that value chain, such as underwriting and AI, and looking at new ways to service customers, but also sectors. So complex type of insurances, such as specialty lines and commercial lines. And now we are seeing more and more life, health, and annuity startups coming to market. So more complex, more, interesting areas of the value chain, and startups which also coming from other adjacent area of the industry may actually enrich an insurance data pool to design new personalized products and services.
How has the industry's view of InsurTech startups changed?
I think when we started, it was all about curiosity, observing. Everybody talked about the new disruptor coming into the industry, so they didn't really know how to approach it. Now I think the conversation is different. 80% of the startups which are out there need to collaborate with large enterprises, so they are part of an ecosystem of players which are aiming to improve and ensure ecosystem capabilities, but value chain, or helping them design new products and services. And so I would say the relationship is a much more co-creative one where different players have the ability to add value and actually potentially breaking down the barrier within insurance and other industries. I think what we are seeing more and more is that insurance may be starting in retail, insurance may be starting in manufacturing or transportation, because that is where the relationship is starting. So what we will see as well is new business model coming to market.
So you were on a panel here that focused on disruption from within. Is disruption from within possible? And if so, what is the key to that?
I believe that large organizations need to do a lot of work to disrupt themselves from within, but yes, it is possible. You have the big players such as Munich Re and AXA, who actually have started doing that for many years. And what they're actually doing is, like one of my market colleagues would say, developing ambidextrous strategies. And that is a beautiful term that a team at TIA actually put together just last week. What they mean by that is that a business, to be successful, needs to implement incremental innovation and disruptive innovation at the same time. Incremental meaning that they have to work tactically with a few startups to design a solution and partner with them, and also learn to change their internal capability. So changing the way people work with startups, changing the way people put new products and services to market. Cannot put a product in 12 months anymore. You need to actually shrink that to 8 to 12 weeks. So how are you going to do that? You need to change your internal DNA. And then you have the disruptive side, which is about CVCs and venture build, where actually you're going to acquire new talent from the outside to help you build complete new companies. So you have to do that at the same time. So the only way you can disrupt from within is by actually using different parts of the puzzle to make your company ready to be agile and flexible to meet the need of the future.
So Collaboration, partnerships, those are big topics this week. Is that a shift in thinking, or is the industry more willing to partner now than it has been in the past?
As an industry, there's still a lot of work to do because you have a lot of companies who still want to keep their arms closed because they don't want to invite partners from the outside. But a lot are learning from what happened in fintech. Open innovation is key to succeed today in today's world. And by inviting players from the outside to help you innovate, but also to design products which are more relevant for customers of tomorrow, require actually to deliver and work amongst an ecosystem players, actually. You probably won't have the choice. You will see the leaders and the followers and the laggards emerging more and more, I think, in the next few years. Businesses now are disappearing every day, and those who want to sustain and survive will have to actually adapt the way they are working with the external world.
You not so long ago launched a program in Hartford. Can you tell me a little bit about how that is growing?
So that is growing very, very well. So yes, in September of last year, so a year ago, we launched a program in Hartford. It's amazing to have seen the community in Hartford, meaning the commissioner of Hartford, Commissioner Wade, the mayor of Hartford, Mayor Luke Browning, and many of the different constituents in Hartford, including City Innovation, Michelle Coty and Martha Callan, and many others supporting us in our venture. And then we are working now with probably 6 of the greatest largest insurers in the region at the moment. And a lot of other insurers are asking us, how can we participate? Can we help build this ecosystem? And the goal is to build Hartford as the next insurtech capital in the US. So we have a lot of work to do. We have to bring a lot of talent from the outside world, meaning from Europe, from Asia, but also bringing and building talent and new culture as well in the city of Hartford. So training new entrepreneurs. We have a new Insurtech course being launched as well this month. And so it's about bringing all the different ingredients to attract talent, build innovators, and get Hartford to become an Insurtech destination in the next few years.
So your London Accelerator program, as I mentioned earlier, has been very successful. It's received a lot of funding. If you had to pick one of your startups that's been the most successful, which one would it be?
I have many. There are a few which are here today. The one everybody talks about right now is BuzzVault, which is actually launching next month a new offering with Mimicry Digital Partners. What I like about BuzzVault is that it's mainly female founder team, so that shows that women can do great work in the industry, that great founders and great leaders can come, and female founders. And I do believe that this startup is going to be amazing. Others would include MassUp, which has been doing great work with Willis. And the last one is Valou, it's a French startup, also focused on asset digitization, and which is working with Baloise, for instance, outside of France. So those are 3 of my babies. There are many more, which I'm sure you are going to see people talk about in the next few years.
Sabine, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today.
Pleasure, Kate. Thank you.
For AM Best TV in Las Vegas, I'm Kate Smith.